Well, hello, Team Galloway. This is week 4 of the April games. I want to welcome you tonight. And we have 2 people joining us via phone. That's Melissa Hartley and Karon Piper. They are gearing up to go on a 5K tomorrow. So they were en route back from Sulphur Springs and getting some goodies from Kmart, and I'll let them tell you about it. But first off, I just want to tell you all how blessed we are and how proud I am of my entire team. 15 of us on this team, and 13 of us at this point have already passed 1,000 points. I mean, I have not yet had a team that engaged to have that kind of participation. And when you have participation, you have results.
Excuse me.
Certainly. And we have just 2 more, Jesse and Jody, and they are easily within shooting distance to complete. So, wow, won't that be awesome to have 100% of us hitting 1,000 points? Woohoo! So anyway, I just had to greet all of you with that, and I'm just thrilled. It's just awesome. So, well, I think the first thing I wanted to do was, I wanted to ask you, here we are in our last week of April, looking towards May. I wanted to see if some of you could sound off and share some sort of strategy for finishing strong. So, it could be something that you read this week on the wall, or it could just be a personal encouragement. So how about Melissa or Karon? Can one of you share a strategy to finish strong?
Don't stop doing what you know to do. Yep. And when you need help, call a friend.
Oh, that's another good one.
On the phone for support. If you need support, don't be afraid to bother somebody like, well, I know they're busy. No. We're never too busy for our friends, right?
That's right. Well, good for you, Karon. That's both of you have an excellent suggestion, and I'm sitting here thinking about Karon's suggestion, like if you feel like you're craving something and may cave in, that's a good time to call somebody and say, I'm struggling, and good for you. Excellent suggestion. Anyone else have a suggestion on how to finish strong for April?
Oh, Jordan. She's right there.
Okay. Well, while you guys are thinking, one of the things I read, and this was something Melissa posted, and it's so good to remember, prior preparation prevents poor performance. And I used it today because I had to take Josh to Tyler today to the Social Security Administration to apply for disability benefits. But anyway, I realized, you may be gone quite a while. So I packed drinks for us both. I packed snacks for myself. I packed some snacks for him. So, I'm pleased to say we didn't run through Dairy Queen or Sonic or something like that, because I had my healthy snacks with me. So, yay!
Cool.
Okay.
I need to get back into the program and figure out how to stay on it while still providing Michael with all of the stuff that he wants.
Right. And I know cooking for multiple people in the family, I've mentioned in the past, we have chosen to be on a healthy eating plan, and our families, our, spouses, sons, they may not have made the same commitment, and they may be wanting to eat some of the more familiar comfort foods, meat and potatoes, whatever it is. I frequently try and make something that I call a piggyback meal. Like the other day, we smoked a pork loin. We cut it in like 2-inch wedges, put them on the smoker, and then now we have this smoked meat. I can have that on a salad. Josh made a soup out of it. And then today I was realizing, I can slice up some of that and make quesadillas for Josh, while I still have some on the salad. And That way, I'm not having to cook so many multiple meals. But if I, make a roast beef or roast pork, I can use it the first night with, the meat and the vegetables. Another night, maybe a soup or the meat on some salad. And that has helped me a lot. It's cut down on my cooking hours, if I can cook a large roast. And of course, I often will slice it, portion it out in baggies, put some in the freezer and some in the fridge. And that way, when I have a busy day, I can just pull, the roast pork or the chili or whatever it was we cooked and put some in the fridge for a busy day. So
Sounds good.
And as another suggestion, sort of along those lines, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll do the same thing. I'll cook a whole package of chicken breasts or a whole pork loin, and I will put all the healthy vegetables in around it, and then just at one end, I'll put in some potatoes to roast for Jordan.
Good idea.
So, so that way it's really the same meal. I'm just adding an element to it for Jordan,
Right. So it's like it's kind of like a pot roast or a one-pot meal, and then you've added some things that Jordan is expecting, whether it's potatoes or rice or whatever.
Right.
And, yes, that's an excellent idea. Okay. So how about Ruth or Kay or Linda? Do you have a suggestion on how to finish strong?
I'm the last person.
I'm still working on finishing strong.
Okay. All righty. How about you, Ruth? Do you have a suggestion?
Well, not especially. The sumo wrestler deal finally convinced me that I need more than 2 meals a day.
Wow.
So I'm eating breakfast, but I'm doing my spinach and the scrambled eggs and cheese, like we were talking with Melissa last week. And so I have added another meal, just trying not to eat more overall because I've added another meal. So one thing, though, you were talking about cooking for the other people in our household as well as ourselves.
Yes.
Well, last night, Linda will remember this, I brought mixed vegetables to Cook Club. And I had quite a few left over. And all I had to add to it was some chicken, and I had chicken a la king. Well, Bob ate 2.5 biscuits under his. And I only had half one. So that was, probably shouldn't have had even that, but I couldn't resist a half a biscuit.
So those are some healthy changes. Are you saying that a year ago you may have had 2 biscuits and he had 2 biscuits?
Well, I probably would have had at least one whole biscuit, maybe a biscuit and a half.
Okay.
Even 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what Ruth is alluding to, Kay, and I'm sorry Lisa's not here. She's usually here. And actually, Ann Crawford, I'm surprised she's not here. I was at her home this afternoon. So anyway, there was a video that talked about a sumo wrestler type eating plan. And it talked about how sumo wrestlers, they get up, have their green tea, and just a very brief breakfast, and they work out and all this stuff. And then late at night, they really load up on food and then go to bed. And so they were talking about, that's not really the healthiest thing. Loading up on food, going to bed, that doesn't allow your body to metabolize well,
Well, it seems like you'd have problems with acid reflux.
Oh, yeah, really. Big time. But anyway, yes, go ahead, Ruth.
Can I at least make it a little clearer? I do not eat like that. I don't eat late at all. Haven't for a very long time because of acid reflux. If I want to sleep, I'm going to have to eat. I'll have to stop at least 3 hours before bedtime.
Sure.
And I wasn't eating a lot and going to bed on it, but I was only eating 2 meals a day.
Right.
They were healthy meals, but I would eat a small snack in the afternoon, and possibly in the morning, but it was something like maybe a handful of almonds or something like that. But I was eating just 2 good meals a day. But
Yes.
anyway,
Well,
I was not eating like a sumo wrestler, but that
Exactly.
convinced me that I needed to eat more than twice a day.
Well, and the issue is the comparison that they're trying to encourage people to do is 6 small meals
Yeah.
instead of a breakfast and a long work day in between, and then loading up late at night.
Right.
That
Oh no.
doesn't really help your body.
No.
And so anyway, well, I wanted to ask you guys, what have you learned from this challenge, or even a past challenge, that you can encourage a newcomer that they can do it too? What would you say to a newcomer? Like whether
You really can. I'm sorry. You really can drink 80 ounces of water a day.
Yes, you can, Ruth.
Melissa, do you have?
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
I can remember when I was describing to Ruth and I told her about the water. I mean, she cut me off so fast and she says, I can't do that. Do you remember saying that, Ruth?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Because I was thoroughly convinced there was no way I could drink that much water. For one thing, because I never really liked water. I wanted something in my water, please. Not soda, but,
Yeah.
Tea or coffee or something.
Right.
Okay. So, Melissa, what would you say to either a newcomer that you meet, the first week on the May Challenge, or someone that you're talking to who's like, I don't know if I can do that? What would you say, Melissa?
I would say, and we're rushing out of here. This
Okay.
has nothing to do with it. My husband called, and sure enough, now it sounds like the sky is falling out here in Sulphur Springs.
Oh,
My husband called and told us to get out quick.
yeah.
So that's why we're kind of we're not sitting still. But I would say that you can do so much more than you realize you can do if you just focus.
Yes.
Yesterday, and it's all about telling yourself. And yesterday's thing was on the mirror challenge, and that was just exactly what everyone needs to hear. That should actually be the first video everyone watches at the beginning of every challenge, to remind yourself that you are your biggest supporter and you're the only one who can make it happen, and you have to believe in yourself in order for it to happen.
Excellent. I think I'm going to give that feedback to the leadership that mirror video should be earlier on. And
Yes,
Yeah.
good.
Because that's the key. You've got to support yourself. You've got to believe in yourself, or you're not going to make it. Until that happens, you're not going to be successful.
I see what you're saying. It's good to hear something like that early on. So to remind yourself, it's you need to support yourself. It's your decision. And great. Thanks.
And surround yourself with positive people who support you as well.
Yes.
Okay. Now, since you guys are scooting out of the store and trying to get back home, Karon, did you have a comment that you might share with somebody who's considering doing a Healthy Games challenge?
Are you still there? I dropped the phone by accident.
No, we can hear you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see you. I mean, we can hear you.
Okay. I would say that the very most important thing for me when I first started out was to seek out my like-minded people. And, people who had nothing but the best for me at heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
People who would be truthful with me, like Pam is, and tell you how it is with a attitude of love and caring.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very vital to be with us.
Yeah.
Well, great. And part of the things that they've been sharing with us is you become more and more like the people you surround yourself with.
Yes.
And, if you surround yourself with healthy people making healthy choices, you're going to find yourself making more and more healthy choices. If you surround yourself with people who are, eating dessert every meal and not even being mindful about the quantity of their eating, it's easy to fall into that kind of behavior too. So it's contagious. Growing healthy is contagious, and and so is another way of living. But
I feel like I eat dessert every morning for breakfast.
So what is it you're eating that you feels like dessert?
The soft baked brownie.
Oh, okay.
The TSFL, the thing.
What's the Take Shape for Life?
Yeah.
That's a Take Shape for Life meal replacement. And what it is, these meal replacements, there's maybe 80 different things, but they're all made with the same nutritional footprint. So whether you're having chili or soup or a brownie or shake, it's the same nutrition. So you can interchange them. And so she's saying she's choosing for her breakfast to be a soft bake brownie or the chocolate chip soft bake. And some days I have a blueberry muffin. A lot of times I have the shake. It's quick. I can sip it, while I'm getting ready in the morning or even in the car. So that's the beauty of having medically formulated meal replacements, because they're about 100 calories and about 10 or 12 grams of protein. They're perfectly balanced with protein and carb is what it is, and they're highly effective.
Yes.
So, where do you get these meal replacements?
Well, you and I can talk about that more. I'm a Take Shape for Life coach, and I can share more about that with you, personally.
I like it.
It's something you order online, and I can help you with that and give you details. There's also, if you notice, some of the surveys that you fill out, there's opportunities to have a scholarship towards it. So you and I can talk more about it, Linda.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Now, I think some of you have, I had asked you about how to encourage somebody, but I was talking to Christina just before we got on, and I asked her, what would you ask everybody? And she said, what tool in your toolbox would you hand to a new person, like tell them about? And it's kind of a similar question, but what is it you learned in the challenges that you've been in, and what tool, would you share with a new
water bottle?
A water bottle or multiple water bottles, right?
I've got a 32-ounce water bottle.
32 ounce? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I drink about 5 of those a day.
Woohoo! You go, girl. Yeah.
And when I don't drink it, I don't lose the weight.
And see, Melissa has been the water drinking queen. I mean, she has told us how she drinks like 32 ounces first thing in the morning. It's either 20 or 32. I mean, before she even has her coffee. And bless her heart, and Crawford's not here. Last week, she talked about having 48 ounces before breakfast. And we were like, whoa, But really, drinking water is so powerful. And I know I wasn't hydrated enough prior to doing these challenges. All your life you hear this, 8 glasses of water, that's 64 ounces. Big deal. That doesn't even help your body do all the processes it needs to do. So, okay, so what about another tool out of your toolbox that you might share with a newcomer?
Depending on your teammates.
Okay. Depending on
because I think working with everyone doing the same challenge and supporting each other is very important.
Yes, okay.
It is.
Depending on your teammates and encouraging your teammates. Did you have a comment, Melissa or Karon?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the tools that I have actually is I'm thankful to my brother. For Christmas, he gave me this really incredible food bowl that weighs your food. Pam has seen it. Mm-hmm. It is. I love it because it will weigh in ounces. It will weigh in metrics or by the cup. So it's really invaluable to me when I was learning portion control.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All righty.
I may have to find out where he got that.
Right.
It's very nice.
The one that he bought for me is he found it at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, okay.
You might take a picture of it and post it on our Next Stop Healthyville site.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. How about you, Ruth? Do you have a tool that you would share with somebody?
Actually, it was
Melissa
the same
has
one as
one.
Linda's.
I'm sorry. Did Melissa have one to share?
Yes.
Okay.
She's driving, so I'm going to speak for her. She said Ziploc baggies in order to prepare her daily snacks and fast meals and take them with her.
Right. That's huge. Your little snack pack baggies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ziplocs. Mm-hmm.
I've never bought so many baggies in my life as I have since January.
Yeah, but it's paid off.
I have to keep it. I cannot run out. That's like a fear now of running out of baggies.
Well, listen, while we have Melissa here, Melissa, can you share with us how much weight you've lost since January 1? I saw you post on the main wall, but I'd like you to share this. This is just outstanding. And
yeah, I haven't. Actually, it was January 12th when I started, and I've lost just over 34 pounds.
Wow.
That's great.
That is amazing.
Isn't that awesome?
It feels wonderful. I feel great.
Wow. That's in 4 months. Let's see, February, March, April.
3.5.
3.5. 3.5 months for 36, 38 pounds, you know.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
That's remarkable.
And she's done it just by being very intentional. She plans well. She makes all her snack packs, packs her lunch, you know. So she's done an outstanding job. Okay, let's see. Kay, did you have a suggestion on how people might finish strong? You've been in these challenges before.
Finishing strong is not my long suit.
Well, but you probably have an idea.
I think the most important thing is to surround yourself with positive people. My problem in the past has been that I have several people in my life that I cannot avoid who are always telling me that I'll never do it, I can't do it, you know.
Oh, no.
And it
Are they
difficult.
Are they saboteurs in the way of like bringing sweets and have them on the counter so they call your name, that kind of thing?
Or they will bring them and set them right on my desk.
Okay, so this is at work and other places.
Okay, we need
Yeah.
to know their
We're having a hard time hearing you.
know their names and where they live.
They're going to be in the witness protection program. No, but you know, that is tough when you have people in your life that, you know, whether you're working with them or living with them, it is hard to avoid, you know, when they have not chosen to be on a healthy path and they bring all these goodies, you know. So that is a challenge. And but sometimes we can turn that around and say, you know what, I'm choosing, thank you so much. I know it's a treat, but I'm going to choose, you know, to have my healthy lunch. And, you know, here, share this with somebody else in the next cubicle, you know, that sort of thing. But, okay. Now, I wanted to mention to you one of the tools that will help you with some, you know, finishing strong and as we look towards May is joining early for May, early enough that you can invite your friends. Because, you know, now that it's a 4-week healthy games instead of 6, they do give us 2 weeks to invite people, but then that only leaves them 2 weeks to really benefit from the healthy games. Now, last time around we had Lisa Hunter who lost her 3% in 2 weeks. But, you know, she was eager to start April because she wanted to see what the whole 4 weeks would be like, you know. And so right now I already have 5 who have joined in May. And, you know, we're beginning to invite others. And so that, you know, when you choose in advance that you're going to continue, that helps move your health goal forward. And then when you invite friends, that also helps your health goals go forward, because we've talked about it tonight. Surrounding yourself with other healthy-minded people is very powerful. And so anyway, Ruth or Linda, do you have a comment tonight of perhaps something you read this week or some sort of takeaway?
Just one quick thing. My May challenge cost 14 cents.
Wow.
So
Yay.
I was very happy about that.
Now, are you saying that you already got paid for April, or are you saying you used your March?
I used my March to pay for May because it was too late when I got my March money to pay for April.
Okay.
So I will use every other month to pay for every other month. So
yeah, it's like the gift that keeps on giving.
I know. I thought that, you know, I was thinking at the beginning that $20 a month, you know, I'm not going to do that for very long. But when it turns out to be essentially free,
Yes.
well, I can do it indefinitely.
Exactly. And actually, I've got some good news for you. Meltdown Challenge let us know that they would have all the winnings in our accounts by May 1st. So anybody who wants to turn over their April winnings to be able to pay for May, it'll be there May 1st. So, you know, you don't have to wait, you know, till May 5th or something like that. They're getting more and more skilled at their turnaround, you know, as far as.
When is the sign up for May?
It's going on right now even. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And I think I've sent you an email, and I will send you another one that has the link. I have not promoted on Facebook yet. Really actively, I'm needing some promotional materials, but I can send you a link, and you know, you can get started, and you know, invite your sister, your brother, your friends at work, you know, and you know, the more people that you can invite to help you on your journey, it just you know, it helps them and it helps you.
Well, I need to invite several friends. Last week I went to the doctor, had all the blood work and everything done. The good news is my cholesterol was 125.
Wow.
Wow. And how much of a change is that for you?
It's really, it's not much of a change. I've had some problems with low cholesterol.
Well, that's a switch.
Well, it used to run about 110, which was really too low. And they wanted me to get more of the healthy cholesterol.
Yeah.
And with the Take Shape for Life program, I've got my healthy cholesterol up where they want it. All of my blood enzyme work was great.
How was your A1C?
My A1C was still at 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, that's because I cheated the night before.
Well, you know, A1C is a special blood work they do for diabetics, and it gives you a 3-month view of your blood work. And I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, one night cheating, that's not going to hurt.
Yeah, it might affect your blood sugar the next morning, but your A1C is like a screen for 90 days.
Oh no, I've been cheating for like 5 weeks.
Okay, all right.
Now the truth comes out.
So anyway, but are you saying that your A1C has improved, say, in the last 6 months?
In the last 6 months, it has.
Okay.
But it has not changed in the last 3 months.
Okay. Well, time to get back on track.
Because it was over 9.
Whoa.
About 8 months ago.
Wow. So your doctor
I'm down.
Your doctor must be thrilled to see 7.5 when you previously had 9.
Yes.
Yay!
And my fasting blood sugars are better too.
Yay! And, you know, as things improve like that, your physician will be wanting to adjust your diabetes medication, whether it's oral or whether it's injected like insulin. So, you know, I know a number of us on this challenge are dealing with diabetes. Myself, I was diabetic for 10 years, but diabetic no more. And that was after I lost 60 pounds. It just has transformed my health between no longer being diabetic and no longer needing cholesterol meds. I'm just forever grateful for my dear friend MJ out in California. But so, you know, we're about 3 minutes until we say goodnight. Linda, do you have any comments or questions? I will talk to you after we get off here, you know, answering more information about the Take Shape for Life program. But
I don't really have anything to add.
Okay, that's all right. Well, Ruth, thank you so much. I really appreciate Ruth and Linda's faithfulness for coming week in and week out, and we're so glad to have Kay back with us. I am recording this, and I will download it onto YouTube. Kay, you're going to be so proud of me. I learned how to convert these to YouTube.
Yay!
Oh, I kept saying, I'm gonna, and I finally figured out how to do it. So, you know, I'm self-taught on the computer. I'm not a computer whiz, but, you know, I'm learning as I go. And, you know, having a Zoom meeting with you guys is so powerful to be able to see you face to face and encourage you and to encourage one another. I really appreciate your time that you spent today. And I want to encourage you to make it a great weekend. These next, let's see, today is the 24th. We have until the 30th to weigh out. So, you know, if you're not quite there with your 3%, you know, you have 6 more days. And so, you know, don't throw in the towel. It's too soon to throw in the towel. Drink your water. Just be more intentional and, you know, eat your protein and veggies frequently, you know, small, frequent meals, and you'll see some results. So, you know, small changes over time equal results. So with that, I just want to say good night and have a great week.
You too.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great week, everyone.